Oh, hi there. My name's Ben, and I'm an educator with Embracing Our Differences. A lot of students know about Embracing Our Differences because they've taken a free in person, virtual, or on demand field trip to our outdoor exhibit and seen the 50 billboard size art pieces and quotations created by students and adults from around the world. Perhaps you've even worked with your teacher to create one of the more than 9,000 student artworks or quotations submitted annually each year and had your entry chosen for the Embracing Our Differences annual exhibit. At Embracing Our Differences, we strive to create a world that embraces diversity, respects differences, and actively rejects hatred and prejudice. And today, we're thrilled to explore a new book with you alongside some VIP readers and teaching artists from our community. Teachers, if you'd like to pause the video at any time during the reading or teaching artist activity, please do not hesitate to do so. So, are you ready to read alongside a VIP reader? Let's go.
Hello, I'm Derek Randall, the CEO, Chief Executive Officer for the D.L. Randall Foundation. Today I'll be reading a book for you, and the title of the book is Last Stop on Market Street, words by Matt Della Pena, and pictures by Christian Ramos. CJ pushed through the church doors, skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw a straw. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals, watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. An old man, Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you." The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the door swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon. She made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never had to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact. The noses too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. "Sure wish I had one of those," he said. Nana set down her knitting. "What for? You got the real thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song?" CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking strings and beginning to sing. "To feel the magic of music," the blind man whispered. "I like to close my eyes." Nana closed hers too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended, and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti tagged windows and boarded up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty over here? She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around him again, at the bus around in the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamp still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on. Thank you. That was Last Stop on Market Street.
Isn't it great reading along with a new friend? Now let's meet our guest teaching artist and continue exploring our new book together.
There are books that you read and there are books that you feel. And I felt, after reading Last Stop on Market Street, I lived that entire Sunday with CJ and Nana. A rainy Sunday that turned into a perfect rainbow on Market Street. We met new people and saw old friends. We skipped stairs and listened to music. We hopped on the bus and we went to the soup kitchen. And I was there with them the whole time, not wanting to be anywhere else. How do you feel about it? I felt so many things. They said the outside air smelled like freedom and rain. It smelled like freedom and rain. Wait, how does freedom smell like? I had to stop and smell my air, but my air smells like lime. How about yours? Then CJ heard the bus crack. Do you remember? It was a loud noise, wasn't it? Definitely an old big bus. So I closed my eyes again and heard the sounds that I like to listen to. And then I saw and heard Nana laughing her deep laugh and the man tuning his guitar. And I saw Mr. Dennis, the spotted dog, the sunglass man, the old lady with the butterflies. How many butterflies can you keep on a jar? When we were with the blind man, Nana said, some people watch the world with their ears. With their noses too, said the blind man, sniffing the air. Wait, can you watch with your ears and your noses? Have you tried that? I have not. Let's do it together. Close your eyes. Let's try to see our right hand with our noses. Bring your hand near your nose and smell your wrist. Remember, your nostrils are going to be like your eyes now. Smell between your fingers and try to see the lines on your hand only by smelling them. Let's try with our ears now. Let's listen to some sounds. Try to see them again. You're going to feel at the beginning that it's like a regular listening, but let's play along and make the effort to actually see with our ears. This book has just opened for us a new way of experimenting with our senses. We have our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, and our skin to touch and feel. And now we know we can mix and match them to sense in different ways. Now I'm going to give you 3 ideas that you can easily try using your memory and a little bit of imagination. Enjoy! Paint the taste of an ice cream cone. What colors would you use for sweet? How many flavors does it have? How does crunchy look like? Now, smell your favorite color. Where would you go to smell it? Is it an inside smell or an outside smell? Does your color have a strong smell or a sweet one? How is it different if it's a dark color or a light one? Now, taste a song you like. Does it taste like a snack? Does the taste last long in your mouth? Now you can come up with as many ideas as you want. Keep playing and exploring with your mix and match senses. There are no limits and no rules. I have to go now. I guess this is the last stop on Market Street for me.
Thank you for joining us today. For more bite-sized lessons and content, visit embracingourdifferences.org, and we hope to see you virtually or in person at the Embracing Our Differences exhibit. Until then, bye for now.